My 23-year-old heart is torn. After 2 years with my 26-year-old girlfriend, I wonder if I truly love her. I've driven 5 hours round trip just to be close, but my past haunts me. What if I'm just a selfish jerk? The doubt grips me. Can love coexist with anxiety? I have been dating my girlfriend for almost 2 years. We started off as friends with benefits after meeting on a kink, male daddy little girl female dominant subreddit of all places. It was challenging to find individuals in our area who are into male daddy little girl dynamics, so it was a fortunate occurrence to find each other and to live so close to one another. After I graduated from college, I ended things because I would be moving away. She expressed what I had feared. She admitted that she had fallen in love with me. It was not an ordinary friends with benefits situation. We cried in each other's arms, spent quality time together in addition to the sexual aspects, and shared our traumas, hopes, and dreams. She did not have a car, so I would drive 5 hours round trip to pick her up. When my father grew suspicious of my high mileage, I began renting cars solely to pick her up and to see her. She would stay with me for a few days every couple of weeks. I was so joyful to have finally found someone to experience these moments with who genuinely wanted to be with me. However, I was uncertain if I loved her enough to pursue a serious relationship. My previous relationship, over 5 years ago, ended with me hurting the person I believed I loved, and I did not realize that until it was too late. I pressured my ex-girlfriend into sexual activities and essentially coerced her into doing things until she eventually went along with them. It was selfish of me, but I thought it was acceptable because I was enjoying myself. At the time, I could not see that she was not enjoying the sexual experiences. They were supposed to be pleasurable. I only recognized my mistakes after she sent me a lengthy breakup message detailing everything I had done wrong, explaining that I should have accepted no as an answer the first time, treated her better, and so on. I broke down and felt as though someone had torn me apart. I felt sick and nauseous at how I had treated someone I professed to love. It damaged me for several years. Returning to my new girlfriend, after I told her I did not love her in that way, she reassured me that it was okay and that she understood, suggesting we could remain friends. That summer, I sent her pictures of the sunrise while I drank my coffee because I thought she would appreciate it. I missed her sitting next to me during moments like that. At night, I found myself thinking about her both sexually and non-sexually. I simply wanted her with me. After I eventually moved for my new job about a month later, I texted her and asked if she would FaceTime me. I was uncertain if it was the right decision, but I believed my feelings had to signify something, so I inquired if she wanted to be my girlfriend. She began hyperventilating, and I had to help calm her down. I gave her a week to decide, and she said yes. We maintained a long-distance relationship until she moved to my town to be closer to me and to find a job nearby. It was wonderful. I was happy, until my negative thoughts returned. I have struggled with depression and anxiety throughout my adult life and have been on medication at various times. It has reached a point where I suspect I may have relationship obsessive-compulsive disorder, but even that is uncertain. Occasionally, I would experience doubt or overly scrutinize something about her appearance mentally. I would become stressed over minor details until those thoughts ultimately faded away. I worried about her skin, so I helped her find skincare products and discussed skincare with her in hopes she would use them. I discovered that she vaped and had been concealing it from me when we were apart after graduating. I encouraged her to quit and she expressed her gratitude. However, she began gaining weight due to the nicotine suppressing her appetite previously. Then I started urging us to work out together so she could lose weight. We have had numerous discussions about these matters. I asked her if it was acceptable for me to encourage her to lose weight for aesthetic and health reasons, and she agreed. Eventually, she wanted to lose the weight herself because she felt she was gaining too much. I am unsure why I behave this way. It is as if I search for minor aspects to improve, and I want these thoughts to cease because they make me feel worthless and as though I do not love her. I believe I love her. I am happy when she is with me. I enjoy living life alongside her. I want to take care of her and provide for her, and I do not want to hurt her. During her mental breakdowns, I have driven at midnight to her apartment to console her and ensure that she is safe, even with work the following day. I gave her my used vehicle and purchased a new one so she would have transportation for work. I pay for most of our meals. I surprise her with gifts and items I know she would appreciate if I see them. Since she is still not comfortable driving much, I drive 50 minutes round trip to pick her up when she has time to spend a few days with me. I strive to be considerate of her and to provide for her. I attempt to offer her advice and assist her when she struggles with organizing her life and taking care of herself. I never want to hurt her. I tell her that my ultimate goal in life is to love each other entirely and passionately until we both reach the age of 90, spending every day in love and happiness together. As we have discussed marriage, I feel increasingly anxious. I doubt myself regarding whether she is the one, whether I love her, and whether I am good enough for her, among other concerns. This has become a significant issue, causing tension between us. It has forced me to spend more time analyzing my love for her. I have broken down in tears in her arms because I long for these thoughts to disappear and for me to be okay. She has been supportive and understanding, yet she has also been hurt by some of the conversations we have had recently, and I despise that I am inflicting pain on her with all of this. We have always turned to one another for comfort and discussions about our issues, supporting and helping each other. However, it becomes challenging to do that when the concern relates to her and me. It has come to the point where I have begun therapy in an effort to untangle my thoughts. I feel as if I love her, yet I perceive myself as selfish in the ways I press for specific changes or act. Our sexual relationship has decreased significantly due to her work-related stress over the past 6 months, and we have conversed about wanting to return to the sex life and kink dynamic we once enjoyed. However, she has become upset at times when I have pushed the issue or brought it up. I am concerned that some of these doubts began when our sexual activity diminished. Recently, I have been consumed by anxiety, fearing that I have somehow convinced myself that I love her to the point where I genuinely care for her, performing all of the actions someone does when they love another person, yet I could still secretly be the selfish individual who merely used her for sexual gratification. I detest my thoughts and wish for them to cease. I find myself looking at other women which I resent. There is a girl at work whom I find attractive, which makes me anxious. However, I also worry that my anxiety may be influencing my thoughts or that I might have undiagnosed relationship obsessive-compulsive disorder, manifesting as an obsession with thoughts about her rather than a genuine desire for a relationship with her. I am concerned whether my relationship is secretly solely about sex, despite how much I care for her and love her in many ways beyond our sexual connection. I am utterly lost and confused. She went through a traumatic divorce in her youth. She has tried dating other men but never found interest. When she met me, she stated that she felt a sense of safety with me from the start. She has claimed that I am the best man she has ever been with and that I treat her exceptionally well. I frequently feel as though I do not deserve those kind words and constantly believe that I do not do enough for her. Even though she believes those affirmations, I somehow think I have deceived her or conditioned her to view me that way. I never want to harm her or destroy her faith in love. I cannot imagine living with myself if I were to hurt her. She is so kind, loving, affectionate, and extraordinary. She takes such excellent care of me and exhibits immense patience with me. She understands my mental health challenges and wishes to support me through these difficult periods because I have helped her during her struggles with mental health. Throughout this time, I have believed I have transformed from the person who exploited my ex. I have endeavored to keep that in mind to instigate change and to never hurt someone like that again. However, I fear that I will come to the realization that I remain the same individual and merely convinced myself that I was different. I do not want us to get married and then discover that I never truly loved her. I cannot put her through that again. I love her. I simply want all these cruel thoughts to dissipate, allowing me to love her as effortlessly as she loves me. I began taking Wellbutrin a month ago, but I now wish to stop due to it worsening these thoughts. Lately, with the mental stress contributing to my feelings of depression, I have found it challenging to view her and feel the love I possess for her. Last night we were watching television together after I had experienced substantial anxiety and needed to take a walk due to my agitation. I asked if I could hold her breasts while we watched television. She often allows me to touch them when we are just relaxing together. I was beginning to feel better after we cuddled because I typically feel wonderful during those moments. However, when I grabbed her breast, it provided a slight but immediate relief in my chest, and I felt somewhat better. When I released her breast, my chest tightened again. Then I rested my head on her bare chest. I felt cozy, warm, loved, and happy, yet I became sad. I felt sadness because, although I experienced closeness and love towards her once more, my feelings were ignited by holding her breasts. This only reinforced the notion that I love her for our kink and cuddling rather than for who she is as a person. Alternatively, perhaps the sensation I experienced when I touched her was normal, allowing me to distress and feel the genuine loving emotions I have for her. I crave a resolution to all of this. I wish to feel comfortable and happy with her. I am exhausted from questioning my love for her and our shared future. She has stated that she believes it was God's plan for us to find one another. Is it possible to love someone while still experiencing these thoughts? I want to love her for eternity and beyond and to grow old together. She is my rock, she is invaluable to me, and she cares for me deeply. We share the same morals, political beliefs, and values. If I truly do not love her, I want to recognize that. However, if my doubts and concerns are solely in my mind, I would like to acknowledge that as well. I do not want to make a mistake by either staying together or breaking up. And please do not merely suggest that I should break up. If you have analyzed everything I have written and believe so, feel free to express that. I just feel that many individuals on this subreddit advocate for breaking up because it is an easy solution for them. Thank you. Summary: I am afraid that I do not love my girlfriend for the right reasons, even though I perform all the actions associated with love and wish to care for her. Story 2. My best friend passed away from an overdose last summer, leaving me torn. I cut off his girlfriend to save my relationship, but now I feel guilty. I don't want to lose her as a friend, she once said. Should I reach out on his birthday and risk my girlfriend's insecurities? So this friend, 20 years old, female, is the girlfriend of my best friend. The three of us would spend a lot of time together and we became quite involved with drugs. When I 20 years old male was with them, I felt like I could truly be myself. I never felt uncomfortable around them, especially with my best friend. We would discuss everything and anything and we developed a deep connection. When he introduced me to his girlfriend, we all connected instantly. I met my current girlfriend, 19 years old, female through him, and she is wonderful. I love her dearly. She supported me throughout all of my struggles with drugs, and now I am sober from the really harmful substances. Just in case you were wondering, our group of three was heavily involved with opioids. At first, it was enjoyable hangouts, trips, and stories, some of the best times of my life. Later, it obviously became a nightmare as we experienced withdrawal, attempted to quit, and failed multiple times. All of us overdosed many times. I overdosed 6 times. You know how that goes. I was an addict. However, I felt somewhat okay in a sense. My friend and his girlfriend were the ones who became deeply entrenched in it. My best friend passed away from an overdose last summer. I grew very close to his girlfriend because we experienced a lot together, and we were the two people who were closest to him. We communicated frequently, and she is very similar to my friend, so it felt like I was speaking to him in a way. My girlfriend became a bit uncomfortable with how close I was to her and informed me that I needed to establish boundaries. I agreed to do so, but this is where I made a mistake. I did not really set any boundaries. I felt it was strange since all we did was talk frequently. However, then we fell back into using drugs and I started sneaking off to buy drugs and use them. I met up with her a couple of times and we got high together. I want to make this clear, I have never been attracted to my friend's girlfriend. Our relationship was purely platonic. Eventually, my girlfriend discovered that I had relapsed and that I was still talking to her frequently. She did not like how personal I was with her, and I made the mistake of discussing our relationship and some of the issues we faced. Now I understand that you should not talk about your relationship issues with other people. Well, my girlfriend broke up with me because I lied and I was struggling with addiction again, but mostly because I lied about establishing boundaries. While we were broken up, we still talked every day, although she was mostly angry with me. I wanted to fix things and so did she. I ended up trying to cut contact with my friend's girlfriend. I unfollowed her on social media and stopped talking to her frequently. Eventually, she confronted me about it and sent me some very angry messages and we never spoke again. I did not initiate contact again. I also became somewhat close to one of my friend's friends who happens to attend the same university as I do. He and I communicate occasionally. He found out that I was not in contact with her and the reason why, and he thinks I should reach out. My other friends advised me to let it be. My girlfriend and I are doing very well. We are about to hit the 1-year mark and I love her immensely. I have been sober for 6 months, which required a lot of hard work to achieve. I believe my friend's girlfriend is also sober, but that is only what I have heard. Today is my friend's birthday. I have been crying all day and I feel miserable. I miss him so much and I just want to talk to him about everything that has been happening, catch him up. Lately, I have been trying to push him out of my mind, much like when something occurs that is embarrassing and you choose to forget it. I spoke to the friend I met through my buddy, asking if he had spoken to her and how she was, just to check in. Now this is the real reason for this post. I have been considering texting her to try to mend things. We were once very close. She expressed that she did not want us to lose our friendship because of everything that happened, as we both share a connection with my friend. I feel guilty for cutting her out, but it was ultimately in the best interest of my relationship. I believe I should discuss this with my girlfriend, but that conversation is likely to be very awkward and uncomfortable. It is not as if she dislikes her. She has mentioned that maybe it was wrong for her to be the reason I cut contact. Yesterday, she told me she hoped she was alright since it was my friend's birthday. The issue is, my girlfriend may perceive my desire to reconnect as stemming from my friend's influence and a need for someone to talk to, whereas the real reason I want to reach out is that she was a good friend, and I miss that friendship. I feel like I understand how this might make my girlfriend feel. Sometimes she can be quite insecure. She has experienced past relationships where she had to be concerned about another girl and was even cheated on in one of them. This has made her somewhat of a jealous person. I fear that if I bring this up, it will make her feel inadequate or that she is not enough for me. She might believe that she is not the only person with whom I can be close. This situation may bring up a lot of old issues from when we were rocky, and I feel that this may not be a good idea. However, I believe that males and females can be platonic friends, but there is a lot of history surrounding this situation. We are in a great place right now and I do not want to jeopardize anything, but I also want to reach out since the other girl was a really good friend. I met her before meeting my girlfriend and we were very close. I am unsure of what to do. I want to reach out, but everything suggests it may be a bad idea. What should I even say? How should I handle this situation? Is it better to just let it be? Should I attempt to reconnect? Summary. My best friend and his girlfriend were very close friends. After my friend passed away, the two of us became good friends, which caused issues with my girlfriend. We worked through them, but I ultimately cut off my friend's girlfriend. With today being my friend's birthday, I have been reflecting and consider reaching out again. I am worried it may upset my girlfriend or create further complications.